I want to talk to you about something that most people spend their entire lives avoiding, not because it's complicated, not because it's hidden, but because it's uncomfortable to hear. Most people will never be wealthy, not because the world is unfair, not because they weren't given a chance, but because of decisions they make every single day without even realizing it. Stay with me, because if you're willing to hear this honestly, everything can change. They trade time for money forever. The first reason most people never build wealth is that they spend their entire lives trading time for money. You work 8 hours, you get paid, you work 8 hours again, you get paid again, and this cycle repeats for 40 years. Now, I'm not saying work is wrong, work is necessary, but if the only way money comes to you is when you show up, then the moment you stop showing up, the money stops too. Wealthy people understand something different. They build things that make money while they sleep. Investments, businesses, assets, things that work even when they don't. The question you need to ask yourself is this: if you stopped working tomorrow, how long could you survive? If the answer is weeks or months, you don't have wealth. You have a salary, and there's a big difference. They spend to look rich instead of building. The second reason is one nobody wants to admit. Most people spend money to look wealthy instead of spending money to become wealthy. New clothes, new phone, new car, dinner at expensive restaurants, holidays they can't afford, all funded by a salary that was supposed to build their future. And I understand why. Because looking successful feels good. It gets attention. It gets respect. But here's what nobody tells you. The people you're trying to impress are broke too. Real wealth is quiet. The truly wealthy person isn't always the one in the expensive car. Sometimes they're the one driving something simple, while their money works hard in places you can't see. Stop performing wealth. Start building it. They never invest in knowledge. The third reason is painful but true. Most people invest in everything except their own mind. They'll spend money on clothes, on entertainment, on things that depreciate the moment they buy them. But suggest they buy a book, take a course, invest in a skill, and suddenly there's no money. Here's what the wealthy know that most people don't. Your earning potential is directly connected to the value you bring to the world. And value comes from knowledge, from skills, from solving problems other people can't solve. Every hour you spend learning something valuable is compounding inside you, just like interest compounds in a bank account, except nobody can take it from you. The most valuable investment you will ever make is in yourself, and it pays dividends for the rest of your life. They wait for the perfect moment. The fourth reason is the one that silently kills the most dreams. Most people are waiting for the right time, waiting until they have enough money to start, waiting until the kids are older, waiting until things settle down. But here's the cruel truth about waiting. The right time never comes. There will always be a reason to delay, always something that needs to be handled first, always a more convenient moment just around the corner. The people who build wealth start before they're ready. They start small. They start messy. They start with what they have, where they are, right now, because they understand that starting imperfectly today is worth infinitely more than the perfect plan that never begins. Time is the one resource you cannot get back. Every day you wait is a day your future self pays for. How to be different. So how do you be different? It starts with a decision, a real one, not the kind you make when you're inspired at midnight, the kind you commit to when nothing feels exciting, when it's hard, when nobody is watching, when results are slow. Here's what that decision looks like in practice. You stop spending money to impress people. You start directing even small amounts toward assets. You invest in your knowledge every single week. You start the thing you've been delaying. Today, not perfectly, just started. Wealth isn't built in a moment. It's built in the small boring decisions made consistently over a long period of time. Most people won't do that, but you're not most people. That's why you're here. That's why you watch this to the end. So make the decision. Start today. And if this spoke something in you, subscribe to the Mind Shaft, because this is where the real work begins.